This is Stephanie.
And this is Joseph.
And welcome back.
Yeah. There's just like this light right here. It's weird. Alright, you're good.
Alright.
Okay.
So, we just went to Bryce Canyon. That was our last national park. And we're going to start headed home. We've got appointments back at the house or back in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Getting stuff ready. So we heading home, like how many miles were we from home?
1900, something like that.
So it's going to take a little bit.
Yeah.
It took us like 2 weeks to get there.
Yeah, so originally I was thinking, I was thinking 1900, we could either do like 600 a day with rest days in between, or we could do like 300 a day and then arrive, because you had a hair appointment on Tuesday.
I had a hair appointment, yes.
So we're going to leave on Tuesday, so we had stuff to do the next Tuesday. So we, of course, it's all in my head, and I was kind of planning that we would just go as far as we could go and then make it, because you never know traveling if you're going to have truck issues, camper issues, or traffic, and we had a little bit of everything actually.
Yeah, we did.
So Monday we prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked and we just did
our normal thing.
Yeah. Did we talk about that campground at all?
We talked about the town not having anything, because we was running out of groceries, but there was no way we was running out of water too.
Yeah, we talked about it because we did the live stream.
Yeah.
The kids playing the playground and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right, so Tuesday morning, we headed out.
Yes. Did we leave early, or was it just
like 9?
9? Okay,
Yeah.
so it's pretty early.
Well, no, 11.
Oh, then no, it wasn't that early.
Yeah, because this thing's 2 hours behind.
Okay.
But yeah, I think my plan was to work a little bit, but I don't think I did. But we just kind of prepared. But you didn't do clothes there, right?
No.
I
went to look about it, but I didn't do clothes. It was just coins, and we had a lot of clothes, and I kind of was wanting to do a load on Monday since we wasn't doing anything else. But I mean, I didn't think I would have enough coins to do it.
Yeah.
So
we left. So our Tuesday plan was to go from Utah, where we were, to New Mexico.
Yes.
So the way we went directly to Flagstaff.
Yeah, we went towards Flagstaff.
Yeah, like there's not an interstate that's going to take you. It's 2-lane roads for the most part, right?
Yeah.
And we thought that was, you looked at the map, kind of the satellite view of the 2 options while we were driving, because we were still at the point we could make a decision if we went straight to Flagstaff or maybe straight toward New Mexico. So we went to Flagstaff, and the first half was pretty good.
Yeah.
To Flagstaff.
It was.
And then the roads got bad.
They did.
Yeah.
They got bouncy, and at one point we sat and waited for the longest, because it was doing some sort of road construction, and evidently it was miles long.
This is one of those road constructions. They have it was on a mountain, going down the mountain, and they had a pilot, so somebody that
drove
in front of the convoy to down the mountain.
Yeah. Do you think they do that so that you're not going really fast?
Probably, because it is steep, and also like the whole time those barrels was like right next to, the whole time we're going probably 20 miles an hour, and the barrels like right next to the camper.
Yeah.
So it was a good view.
It was a good view.
It was nerve-wracking.
But it was really smoky, because at this point we're getting closer to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
And it's turned into like a mega fire.
Yeah.
So it was really smoky. You could smell the smoke. Because when we got to Glendale, we kind of got out of the smoke from the Grand Canyon. When we was in Moab, it was kind of smoky and stuff, because there was those fires in that area, and we was getting smoke from the Grand Canyon. But when we was at Glendale, there wasn't any smoke. But then, as we was headed to Flagstaff, it got worse.
Yeah.
Of course, was getting closer to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah. So how long do you think we waited? Probably it was over 30 minutes. Wouldn't you think?
Oh yeah.
Before we got to work.
Because at one point we was having a discussion, because we was wanting to get lunch. We was wanting to eat something.
Yeah, we did that at a gas station, I think.
Yeah, and it was like, if we knew it was going to take this long, I could have hopped back there and made stuff.
Yeah.
So because I mean it took a long
And
time.
I think we were second in line, so we just missed the last convoy. We could probably went up and asked how long or anything, but we didn't know, so we waited in the car, made it down the mountain, got out of the convoy, and then we were still not on the interstate. We stopped at a gas station.
Yeah, like we went.
Like it was close to where you could either go to the North Rim or the South Rim. It was close to that area.
It was that, and it was one of those things because you don't go through many towns driving through this, not many at all. There's a lot of reservation land and stuff like that. So we finally came to like a town, and they had a few gas stations, and we picked one of them that seemed like it would hold a camper.
Yeah, they had because they had truck spots, right?
They had a place.
It's not like a Lowe's or anything.
No, but there was a place separate that we could drive through, and this was one of those.
Was that the first hop you got in the camper? That was the first time you did that, yeah.
So you went to fill up. So it was it Henry?
Yeah, Henry helped you the first time.
Henry, yeah. So he helped me start preparing sandwiches and stuff for everybody, and you pulled forward while we was still in there because just so that you could get out of the way of the gas stations. But yeah, it was a different experience being. It's I know why people don't ride in there. It's pretty rough.
Yeah.
The movements and.
Ride down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't like a busy truck stop. So I was able to fill up, and then I pulled off to the side. You made wraps, I think, and for us.
Yeah.
Because kids had other stuff. So
I pre-cooked a few things so that we could have something a little different.
So it wasn't much of a break. It was probably 15 minutes at most, and we're back on the road. And then we got to Flagstaff, didn't have any issues there, and then got on 40.
Yeah.
So I-40 in Flagstaff. We've been on this road before. Last time we were on that road, they had a flood, and the road was closed.
Oh yeah, going to Flagstaff. Yeah, it was. Yeah, and.
But no issues this time.
No, of course they're all in a huge drought. We didn't see rain at all.
No.
They're supposed to be in their monsoon season, but they was not getting the rain. There were the creek beds, river beds was all dried out. If there was a major river, there was water in it, but it wasn't much water because they was low in water. That's why there were so many fires too. It's because they just didn't have the water.
Well, I was thinking it was a little greener in Flagstaff, but of course it's higher elevation and it's not as bad as some of the other areas. But we made it through. We got on 40. I don't remember much about 40. I guess we made it pretty good until we got to Mexico.
This was and I was because we drove I think Petrified Forest. That's in Arizona. And I was guys, we're driving through the Petrified Forest National Park. I was does it count? But that's the second time we drove through it. But
Andrew asked what's here? Nothing.
It's and that's it. Andrew asked me later. He was so I looked around.
Trees that turn to rocks.
I looked around to see, what was so special about it. It's what was there? I was oh, it's not much. It's I think it's one of those that
somebody might like it, but I didn't want to stop. So yeah, we went past the Petrified Forest, and then we made it to where we're stopped. We're staying, I guess.
Is that when was going down the road and somebody was waving you down?
Oh yeah.
And I didn't see him wave you down, but he's but you was
this is a truck.
A big truck. How did he just wave at you?
Yeah, so it seemed like he was off the speed of everybody else, and he was I don't know if he flashed his lights from the back. I don't know, whatever. He got my attention and pointed over. I was okay. And I have my TPMS sensor. I was looking. I was okay, my tires aren't hot. My pressure's good. So and we were only 10 minutes from where we needed to get to.
Yeah. And he even pulled in front of you, right? He pulled in front of you, slowed down, and put his flashers on. Yeah. And I was maybe he's just having issues.
So we just went flat.
So we passed them, and then he was pointing at the back of our camper and doing, And
we're okay. So then we kept going. Right before, I can't remember if it was right before we got to New Mexico or right after.
Because we was going to stop at a rest area or something.
Yeah, which we were still only 10 minutes from the rest area to get there. But yeah, we were gonna stop there to check the camper and everything.
Yeah.
And then I saw smoke in my rearview mirror, so I got off the shoulder and got out. I was like, okay, in my mind, worst case scenario, it's an axle on fire, because that's what we've dealt with.
We've dealt with that twice.
With a fire. So look, all 4 wheels are good. Looked underneath, our spare tire, which is held up by a cable, was dragging the ground. So it dragged on the rubber, and of course the rubber heated up and smoked.
So yeah,
I was like, oh, that's I never went from like dread of what's going to be the next few hours to be like, oh, easy fix. So I cranked it up. We skipped the rest area, and we made it to where we're staying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was. But yeah, like that was the only eventful thing. But that was before New Mexico, I guess, wasn't it?
It was right before we got across the border.
So yeah, that was before New Mexico.
So we stayed at
We can't blame that on New Mexico.
Yeah, So yeah, I always have this fear of crossing into
Borders?
a state. Yeah, because Tennessee, we've had that fire.
Yeah.
Florida was a little bit further in, but it was close to the border. But we stayed at USA RV Park. Is that the one they had the barbecue? They said
They had barbecue plates and stuff like that.
So I made the reservation. Did I make the reservation that day or the day before? Remember? Anyway, I made the reservation. I never got an email confirmation.
Oh, and you was calling them.
I called them, and they never answered the phone. So when we arrived, I went inside to check in. Phone was ringing constantly. She just ignored the phone. It was just helping the customer, which I understand. Helping the customer is more important, because people get frustrated that you're standing in front of them, they're taking phone calls.
Yeah.
So it rang the whole time through the checking in process, but it was a pull through.
Yeah, it wasn't level though.
That
one wasn't. No.
Yeah, we used the next 2 stops. We used those.
Well, that one we did. The next one we didn't have to.
Oh,
okay. But we also had to get groceries. So, like, one of the reasons why you picked this place is because it had a Walmart.
Yeah.
So we went and got groceries. Like, that's just something what we had to have. And I tried to, and we got enough to last us till we got home. And I always try to get something so that when we get home we could have something, but it didn't work out that way.
So we drove 380 miles. It took about 7 hours, and then we went to Walmart. Yeah.
So
you gotta do what you gotta do.
No, we did a pickup, didn't we? We did pickup.
Yeah, you ordered it, and then we waited around forever for it.
Yeah, because it was like, oh, it's not ready yet. But yeah, we did a pickup.
This is Gallup, New Mexico, and it's not the greatest.
No. It was one of those. It was like RV park. It felt okay. It was fine.
Yeah, where you could smell some smells, but yeah.
Yeah. But like going into town, like
So where the park was, the RV park, it was like an older part of town. I was like, okay, I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But they have like Walmart and businesses. It's got to be better on that side. We get to that side, no.
I think it.
No.
Like we pulled into the Walmart parking lot, and like the parking lot across from it, there's like police everywhere with police tape everywhere. And it's just like, what is going on? Like, homeless, it just seemed like there was homeless everywhere walking around. Like, it was.
But the guy that helped us load the groceries was nice.
Was he?
I mean, he's black. But we got groceries. It took forever. Walmart pickup. It is what it is. I never had much luck with it.
It did take a long time. They delayed it, and then it took a long time. But I guess, I don't know, like.
They had a ton of people waiting for the groceries.
They did, yeah. But, like. In that situation, we was tired, we was exhausted. It was probably easier just to sit there and wait than having to go in and go shopping. So.
Did you say we ate before or after that?
We ate before.
Okay.
I think I made tacos.
Yeah.
Because that's easy. That's an easy meal on the road.
Yeah. So that's day 1 of our trip.
Okay.
It doesn't get any easier.
We was going to wake up early.
That was the plan.
And get an early start.
That was the plan. So, okay, so actually, I had to go. I went to get
gas.
Originally, I was just going to go get fuel. It was early. I looked at my TPMS sensor, and like one of the tires was kind of low.
We noticed it the day before. It was just a little bit lower than all the other ones,
Yeah,
but not bad. It wasn't bad.
Other ones are above 80. That one's like 75. It's like, okay, it's not that big a deal. So the next morning it was at 44. Did I realize before I left?
No, I don't think.
No, it wasn't that low. It was like high 60s, I think, when I went to get fuel, and when I got back, it was at 44.
Okay, so it seemed like it started.
Yeah, all of a sudden, it's weird.
I wonder if the temperature, because it was a little cooler,
Yeah,
was it
I
not?
don't know why. Just an hour later. But
And
anyway.
I think, and we're still high in elevation, so maybe we always try to blame stuff on elevation.
So I jacked the camper up, got the tire off, inspected it, looked around. So I couldn't find it at first. I'm trying to think if I try to add air, but I got a water bottle and some Dawn. I was going to try to find it, but I found there's a nail. It was in the side wall. I was like, okay, great. So usually with the RV tire or just any tire in general, if it's in the middle tread, it's repairable. On the side, they usually don't repair them because I guess chance of blowout or something. They can't plug it. So I took the tire off. Off I went trying to find a place to repair it. This is before 8 o'clock. This is still early in the morning.
And you came in. It was like we have a nail in the tire. I have to.
Yeah. So y'all had to wait. So Firestone was the only place. I went in there. They were kind of still opening up. I was like, I need this tire. Like, at first I was like, can you repair it? It's like, no, we don't touch trailer tires. So I was like, okay, great. So like, do you have this tire? And they're like, no, I don't have it. So it's like, you may find it, there's a Goodyear place across the road or some other tire places, but nothing open until 8, and this is like 7:15. So I was like, okay, great. So I thought either driving around trying to find a place, but Goodyear was right there. It's a Goodyear tire, so I just parked in the parking lot and waited. And I didn't tell you this, so I was parked there. I don't know if they're having like some kind of parade or something, but like what's the name of the town?
Gallup.
Yeah, Gallup. There's some like just workers, like city workers. This guy was just like standing there waiting. He stood there like 20 minutes. I was like, what's this guy doing? But he's a city worker. And then a truck with a flatbed with bleachers, and they were like pulling the bleachers off and sitting it right there. So I guess they must have like a parade or something.
A parade or something going. Yeah.
But anyway, I got into Goodyear. They had the tire. It's not repairable. Oh, before Goodyear opens, I called Discount Tire, like their 1-800 number. They said it's covered. I haven't got that check yet. I need to check on that because I'm supposed to have a $300 check coming in. It's under warranty. We paid for the warranty for the tires, so I have to pay out of pocket to get a new tire, but they're gonna send me a check for it. All right, anywho, so they had the tire. They got it going. They were just opening, so it took a little while, but he got it going. I got back. I put it on.
Yeah. And then, I mean, like, I already had pretty much everything was ready to go. So I was just waiting for you. So I was taking the kids went to the playground. I was taking the dogs for a walk because dogs wasn't allowed in the playground. And I didn't know if there was a place that the boys could sit away from the playground while actually watching the kids. So I had the dogs with me. And I was just sitting there waiting. So I was just walking around, hoping that they don't poop.
Yeah. So I got on there. I got the tire on. And I'm way behind everything else I usually do. Because usually I'm way ahead of schedule.
You're usually ahead of me.
And then I'm like, I'm getting a tire. I'm just starting on the sewer. And you're like, I'm ready for the slide when you are. I'm like, I'm not even close. Like I'm trying to do everything all at one time. But somehow we got out. We left at 9. No, that's not right. Because I have Firestone. It was probably, I guess it was like 10ish.
Yeah, it was about 2 hours later than what we wanted to leave, I think.
Yeah.
So because I mean I had everything inside done, like it was finished, everything was cleaned. So
after all that, we finally left. I get to run around town. Now I get to drive we didn't go as far, I don't think,
because it was headed you needed to get oil changed in the truck.
Yeah, I'm at we left,
it was like at 11% or something.
No, it was lower than that.
Was it 9?
I don't know if when we left it was 8 or is it 4?
I don't think it was that low. It wasn't that low.
It was pretty low.
Because because we got in a traffic jam.
Yeah. Oh, that was a great day.
It was like we was going, I don't think we was even going that long, were we? And then, was it before or after lunch?
I don't remember.
I think
it's after. It was
after.
after. It was after.
But like,
because we didn't go very far and we stopped for lunch, and then
okay.
we got into that traffic jam after that.
And like, okay, so I think it was kind of after we pulled out for lunch. I remember that, and like the Google Google Maps was telling us to take this exit because like it was faster and it looked like it just told us to just get back on the interstate. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on, like, and then it's like, oh, there's a crash. It's just like plus 20 minutes, you know. And I'm like, okay, well that's not bad. But there was I don't know if it was a crash. I don't know what it was, but it was not plus 20 minutes. We was at standstill for the longest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there was a guy in front of us, like people were getting out of their cars. Like we was just there. People were getting out of their cars, walking around. The guy in front of us in a Bronco, he like went to the median, looked around in the median, went over to the other side, looked off to the side there, like he's going to try to like turn around in the grass.
No, the grass was like...
It was really tall, yeah.
Way before waist,
yeah.
Like high. It was
and it looked at, it was brown too, and like, I mean, it didn't look safe at all. You don't know what was in that area, but he didn't do it. He got back in, he sat there, and then several cars ahead of us, there was a GMC or something, like a big
I felt
truck.
more confident the truck doing it than the Bronco.
The truck turned around.
This isn't like an off-road Bronco. This is like somebody has no business having a Bronco.
Oh yeah,
has a Bronco.
It's not. Yeah, it wasn't one of the big wheels jacked up like going to drive mudding Bronco.
No.
It's I'm going to drive around and be cool Bronco. But anyways. But the truck made it. He did fine. And then like the Bronco went to do it, and he made it too. But it was just like I was recording it because like I didn't know what was going to happen. One of those opportunities. But you just saw people on the road beside us just moving, like big trucks were just going and going and moving.
First off, it's illegal.
Oh yeah, that is illegal. Yeah.
Because I mean, you turning onto interstate going the other way, that's very dangerous.
It is.
With brush that you could hardly see across.
Yeah.
Like it's as bad as people driving on the shoulder trying to pass everything.
Oh, there was motorcycles doing that, wasn't there?
Yeah, they were in between. Yeah,
they was driving on the shoulder, going in between cars, and just. But people were like, driving on the side road because I think they closed the interstate at one point, so they had to go. On it. Yeah, so they had to go another direction, another way.
Yeah, the people that went off on Route 66, which was right next to us. But yeah, they weren't allowed back on, so they had to keep going. Yeah. Parallel.
And then when we actually finally started going, like on the side of the road there was just a truck.
There's a huge line of cars. It was like.
Yeah. Like it was several exits after we actually started going that they could actually get back on, but like there was a line of cars because on this little 2-lane road that the Route 66 there's a tunnel, and it is a one lane tunnel that everybody has to go through like one at a time.
Like the big trucks.
The big trucks had to go through, and I'm sure that took like. A lot of time because I'm sure they didn't go through it, because on the other side of that tunnel it was like gravel, like you went through it and then it was gravel going like, and it was a curve going up, like so it's one of those things. It's like I don't think it would have been worth like because us waiting in line to go through a tunnel to get back on the interstate, that would have been like.
So we're used to Tennessee, and then Florida has road rangers that helps people, and there's always like ambulance and like police and something. There's nobody. When we finally got up there, okay, so it was fried apples.
It was like an apple truck.
It was an apple truck
that burned up. It smelled good.
Yeah, I don't think anybody, I don't think there's any fatalities or injuries because the guy was off to the side. I think either maybe an axle caught on fire, but his truck burned up. Yeah, he had apples.
Yeah, and there was apples on the road.
There wasn't a wrecker. There was the wrecker was on the other side on Route 66 trying to pull it off. I think that's what they did.
Trying to pull it off the road.
Yeah, but there wasn't like emergency vehicles.
There wasn't. No. There wasn't any that made their way through. Because usually, like if there's a wreck or something happens, there's always emergency vehicles trying to make their way through the traffic. there was nothing. Like, and it was completely like burned up. The cab, the bed, everything was gone. And that was the second one that we saw like that, because we saw one a little further, like off on a ramp, that was just completely burned up too, and still just there. Like, it just happened. Like,
Yeah.
So it just wasn't smoking like the one that we went by. But yeah, like, it's just like, it just like blew my mind. Like, they didn't try to put it out.
Yeah.
They just let it burn.
But anyway, so that was what, hour and a half, probably hour and 45 minutes. So finally got through, trying to get out of New Mexico.
And we still
fast as we can.
There was still like another little traffic jam or something. I think we had to go down to one lane because it was doing construction in New Mexico, and that slowing us down a little bit too. So New Mexico just was like, it just drug on and on and on. But yeah.
But we made it out. We got into Texas. The great welcome to Texas. There's nothing there.
No, there's not.
There's no welcome center if you're in the Panhandle.
But
Panhandle?
The roads got better. Oh yeah, I don't know.
Because Florida's a Panhandle. What do they call that top part of Texas?
I have no idea. I don't know. But the roads got better, so that was nice. Because New Mexico's roads were rough. They were pretty rough. They were hoes, but
Colorado or New Mexico, they're battling for worse roads. Tennessee's not far behind. They're not good.
Arizona wasn't the greatest. The interstate was okay. The off-road was a little rough.
Yeah.
But Texas, the roads were good. They were good.
Yeah, so we stayed at Route 66 RV Ranch in Amarillo.
Yeah, I booked that.
You booked that one?
I booked it. And I just picked a random spot.
Yeah, the pull through.
It was like number 18. And like when we got there was no one in the office, so.
Oh yeah, we just went straight to the site.
Yeah.
We figured it was easy. They had like fences in between each site, which was kind of strange, but we made it in there.
It was level. You just pulled in. It was like, we're good.
Oh, it was like perfectly level.
It was.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So which is nice because it was a long day. So like we arrived at 7 that evening.
Yeah, it was. And you was wanting to get there early so that you could go get the oil change that evening.
Yeah. So I get to do that next morning.
So as you went and got the oil change the next morning, I collected as many quarters as I could find.
Well, just before you skip ahead.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Well, forgot about what?
We went to. What was you gonna say?
Oh yeah, the Cadillac Ranch.
Yeah, we went to Cadillac Ranch.
Yeah. I was going to ask what we had for dinner, but it doesn't matter. All right, so yeah, Cadillac Ranch.
Mm-hmm. We went to Cadillac Ranch.
So, and you don't know what Cadillac Ranch is? It's how many do you think there are? 8, 10?
Something, yeah.
There's Cadillacs nose down into the ground where people can spray paint. They encourage spray painting on it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like to express your, I don't know, something.
I was gonna say I'm a little disappointed. It was kind of run down.
It was but I guess they don't replace the Cadillacs.
No.
And
there's so many layers of.
And it's just kind of oozing off, and it's soft, and like the material that the Cadillacs are made from, like some of them were soft tops and stuff like that, and there were random, like, it looked like seats in places, like to where part of the Cadillac had fell off and someone moved it off to the side, and
there's that, and then like the person that put it in there out of the goodness of his heart, like, gave this so general public and like, express themselves and be positive and, spray paint. There's a lot of ugly stuff on it.
There was.
A lot of profanity and, dirty stuff. Like, I mean, there's no reason, like, why. But anyway, mosquitoes were terrible.
They were bad.
I've never been attacked so badly with mosquitoes. And like we talked about before, on a hike we had mosquitoes, but these were like super aggressive. They go flying straight into you. They bite you and they hurt when they bite you.
And they was like biting through the clothes too.
They were bad.
So, but also people would there was a fence that would block it off to where people couldn't drive, and that was all spray painted. The road was all spray painted. There was like a concrete barrier to like the interstate that was all spray painted. Like anything available to spray paint, people would just spray paint.
The best part about it was the sunset. It was a nice sunset.
Yeah, it was a good sunset. It was.
Anyway, well, maybe we should stop here because we're halfway home. We still got we're in Texas. We're gonna go through Oklahoma, Arkansas, and visit family in Tennessee before going home. So let's just stop here,
all right.
and we'll continue our trek home. So we made it. I wouldn't even say halfway, but we've had 2 pretty rough road days, and we just continue on. We take a break. We didn't take a break.
We didn't take a break.
Okay, so we'll continue on next time.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to 4 Kids, 2 Dogs, and 1 RV.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.